Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for, this is your May bonus reading. We're just going to jump right in here, Aries. You have this, your first card, you have this Leave the Past Behind, this last quarter moon in Capricorn. And sorry, I just dropped a card and I want to see what it is. It is the Devil. So I don't take pop-outs, but we will put it to the side there. And it is funny that you have Capricorn and Capricorn right here. So, you know, for some of you, you clearly could be leaving something behind. I think you're moving in the right direction as well. You have these 2 6s. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love 2 6s when they show up together in a reading. To me, it's like kind of like a subtle clue or a hint that you're moving in the right direction. It's basically confirmation for your path, right? And, you know, I feel like this is saying that you're moving in a new direction, or at least your thoughts are going in a new direction that are going to make you much more successful, is what I would say here, Aries. I also get this feeling of like needing to make sure that you're not like settling here, especially going this way. You have the Ten of Swords and you have this Leave the Past Behind. So there's no doubt about it. Some of you, could be, you could be leaving behind a past relationship, or a person, could be a job for some of you as well. But whatever it is, I would say, like, I really feel that 6 of Pentacles is kind of like saying that you need to like take stock of your life with these 6 of Pentacles and say, like, am I really getting what I want out of situations, or am I being cheated in some way? And again, this could be like a job. Maybe you're not getting paid enough, or, maybe you're not getting recognition for the work that you do. So like, there's something here about really kind of weighing up your options. You even have this Scales card in your next row, which is basically like justice, weighing things up, weighing up your options. And we go this way here. 4 of Cups to the 8 of Cups, Ten of Swords, 4 of Cups to the Page of Swords. It's kind of giving me these vibes of like, what are you settling for? And, I can't answer that question for you. I think you're all different. And, I kind of feel like there's something that maybe you're investing in, but you're not getting anything out of it, or at least not enough, right? You have the 6 of Swords, which is like moving on to calmer shores. 6 of Swords is also about like leaving something behind. What I will say is a lot of people get the 6 of Swords nowadays. I kind of feel this is very Pluto and Aquarius just in general. The mother and the child there, they have nothing but the clothing on their back. So they are having a complete fresh start. And Pluto and Aquarius, there are certain elements, I feel, of Pluto and Aquarius that kind of really encourage, a full new beginning, like completely starting over, completely moving in a new direction. And so a lot of you could be like leaving something in the past, like a job, business, a relationship, take it how it resonates. And, I feel like you're moving on to calmer shores, but it's like a little bit uncertain. I would be careful of like wanting too much certainty as well. It's like, again, sometimes I think that's how people get caught in the tarot trap, is like, they want to have too many answers for the future instead of just like trusting their own self, right? And I feel like this reading is encouraging you to trust yourself. You have the Ten of Swords. 10 of Swords says something is like dead, done, over with. And, I feel like there are blessings coming in for you. You can see that this guy is making symbols with his hands here, the symbol with his hands. And that is the same symbol that the Hierophant is making. It represents a blessing. So I feel there are blessings coming in for you. You have the 10 of Pentacles here. But it's going to be after you like fully release something, is what I would say. So let's see, Aries, where this is going. Let's see. With the 6 of Pentacles, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is like turning one thing into another. I get like a very close-up view here, just like in my head. It's, it's almost like some of you could be looking at something and saying like, is it really over? And it's like, you're not sure if you should turn it into something else, or you're not sure if it's going to keep getting worse. Very specific message. It might not even be for all of you, but like, what I'm talking about here is like, let's say you have a job. And let's say that things are getting worse and worse and worse at the job. I feel like that's like a clue. It's like, do you need to stand over this rotting corpse that is your old job or an old relationship and be like, is it really dead? Like, it's like you're poking it with a stick. It's not moving. That's kind of like the feeling I get here. So, I get this intuitive feeling that the Temperance card is saying something is dead, and maybe you keep poking it with a stick, but it's like time to like get away from it, whatever it is. It's gross. Here, Aries. With the 6 of Swords, you have the 9 of Cups. Yes, you are moving towards fulfillment. Like, whatever you're going towards is going to lead to a lot more fulfillment. I also have something here about, like, a quantum leap in your knowledge here. We kind of see it right here with the Hermit, and then we go to the 10 of Pentacles, but it feels like a risk. I feel like for a lot of you, it's almost like this is something you need to do. It's like, especially if you have a business, for example, or a side hustle, it's almost like there are some things that you could learn that could really take the business to the next level. I feel like there's plenty of information on YouTube that you could learn to like grow your business or, your career, whatever it is that you do. But it's like, you have to go and learn it. But I feel like there's some sort of quantum leap here. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Love it. Definitely a lot of success here. It's almost like sometimes I think we learn a lesson in life and then we stay stuck in the lesson, like going back to an ex, for example, or, like staying in a job that we know isn't going anywhere when we could probably easily go get another one. Like I used to work at this coffee shop and like it was a good job, right? I had just been there too long. And it was time for me to leave. But I stayed there for like 2 years, probably longer than I should have. And who the hell knows why, but I could have easily gotten another job, right? But for some reason, I stayed stuck there. So it's like, I've done it. I've made this mistake. And I feel like this is saying, it's like there's something much more abundant, much more successful for you if you like move on to something new. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this envelope card. It says unfolding surprise. You have the Scales card. It says justice and documents. I do feel like some of you could be like going through a divorce or separation, which I'm pretty sure has been coming up for you for, a good amount of time. And you could be getting closer and closer to the end of it. It doesn't look like the end to me. I mean, because we go Hermit, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Swords. It's like Five of Swords is still more, is like more. Even though Five of Swords can represent the, like, kind of like separating away from something, it's just like the separation. But it says that, there could still be more going on. So some of you could be dealing with that, but I do feel there could be something really good coming in for you here. You have the Hermit, the Four of Cups, and the Page of Cups. This is a stretch here, Aries. I feel like you feel, just intuitively, it's not even showing up in the cards, but I feel like there's some sort of stretch coming in for you where, it's like you could be meeting a person, for example, who you feel like is out of your league. And, I feel like leagues are BS. So, don't put that out there in the first place. But you could be meeting a person, for example, who, just like a little extra special. And I feel like this person really likes you going this way. So if you are attracted to a person or if you are attracting a new person, I feel like this is saying, don't put that person on a pedestal. It's like they won't put you on a pedestal either, but I feel like they're very, you might be selling yourself short. And, I feel like it's important to realize that this person is that you're basically at the same level. It's like, I feel like if you put this person on a pedestal, it's going to scare them away. So if you have new love, I feel like this person is either, I'm not sure, you might be watching them, they might be watching you. Take it how it resonates with that Page of Swords there. But it's almost like the Hermit is either you or this person, right? And I feel like they've kind of been through a dark night in relationships, so they might not see you yet, or especially if you like work with this person, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, this person could be a little bit jaded in love as well, because we have the Four Cups right here. So if you're looking for love, again, it could be a person who doesn't see you yet, or maybe you have to make yourself known, right? Maybe you have to flirt or do something. I don't know. Do something here, Aries, right? Because it looks like a very good connection. If it's not love, I just feel like this is some other stretch that you could be making. But it's like a knowledge gap is what I would say. That's what I'm getting with Four Cups and the Page of Cups. It could also be something you've tried before that didn't work out, right? It's like, I feel like there's something that has disappointed you multiple times in like work or business. And it's like you have like a new opportunity to do it again. For some reason, I have like teamwork popping into my head. So, it could be like maybe you've like worked with other people in your business or in your career before. Maybe you've been on teams with people before and it's been super disappointing. Or maybe people just kind of like took advantage of you. But the thing that I'm getting here is that if you are doing that, I think that you have learned, again, just no matter which way, take it, this way, it's almost like you've learned how to be able to tell if a person is on your level or not. I think where your problems come in here, Aries, is that maybe in the past, if you've worked together with other people, they've been down here and you've been up here. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying they're like not at the same level. So it's like, I feel like you always feel cheated. It's like you feel like you put in more work into a project and everybody else is just, you're kind of like dragging them along, right? And they're not able to pull their weight. And, I kind of get that feeling here, but there's some sort of change. So it's almost like if you're, again, if this stretch that you could be making here is to team up with another person, it's like they're at the same or better level as far as like the amount of work that they can do, what they bring to the table, what they can do in work, all that other stuff. With the Hermit, you have the King of Swords here. Yep, King of Swords is a card of knowledge and wisdom, and it's also a card of law and order. So there's clearly like some sort of karmic rebalancing going on here, or the universe is trying to bring balance into your life. I do also feel you could be attracting someone who's older than you. Take it how it resonates, of course, but definitely looks good. By the way, if you want love, I wouldn't really call this a love reading, although you have this courtship card and this privileged lady card. It's like I feel like you will feel privileged to be with this person, so it's definitely a good connection. With the Four of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles. Definitely need to balance things out in your life. It is a time of balance. I mean, I'm almost positive that every single reading I've done this month, these bonus readings so far, have really had like an emphasis on making sure you're like not only working, make sure to do things that you enjoy, get out of your head. It's like in those moments of joy, happiness, when we like do a hobby, when we spend time with people that we love or that we care about or whatever the case may be, when we get out of our heads, that's when we get the best answers. Again, every single time I'm stuck in life, like whenever a business gets stuck or isn't moving forward, it's like I've only been working, right? It's like the universe is like, nope, you need a break, dummy, and you need to get out of the house. So it's like every time I'm stuck, it's been proven to me a million times that I need to go for a walk, I need to go do one of my hobbies or do something I enjoy, or I just need to go for a hike or something like that, right? And when I do that, then like sometimes like answers come to me, or I just get out of my head, which allows me to be more creative, right? So I feel like that would be beneficial. With the Page of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles, some sort of increase of resources coming in for you as well. Here's the thing, is that the Queen of Wands, the sunflower there, it points towards the sun. It points towards joy, happiness, abundance, things that she, loves or enjoys in life. And, I feel like you need to move in that direction here, Aries. I feel like you need to move towards joy, happiness, abundance. It's like there's good things coming in for you. And I feel like you are being guided. Next, in the area of the critical information you need to hear right now, you have this courtship card and this privileged lady card. Again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like you could just be feeling privileged if you are attracting a person into your life. Again, I kind of get the feeling that you have your eye on a person. Definitely could be a Capricorn, by the way. You have Queen of Pentacles, Devil. You have that last moon, or the last quarter moon in Capricorn. So, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a Capricorn or just an Earth sign coming in for you. Could be any sign. Could be a Pisces as well. But Pisces is always all up in your business. We've talked about this. So, could be whatever. Who cares? But what I would say is that I feel like you will feel privileged. You have your eye on this person, I feel. Could be them, but I really feel I'm totally calling you out. I feel like it's you. And I feel like there needs to be more flirting, especially if this is at work here. The other interesting thing is that I'm wondering, for some of you, someone could be leaving your work. Like if maybe there are rules against like dating a person that you work with, and for whatever reason, I feel like someone could be leaving. So maybe like now is your time to, kind of go shoot your shot with this person and see what happens. For others, I kind of see this cycle for you where it's like you're kind of like ending things, you're wrapping things up. I also feel you're like really learning new things, which seems to be a big focus here. You're creating bigger changes in work. I kind of feel like you're using leverage more. That's a word that's popping into my head. So like in work or business, it's almost like you're working smarter, not harder. And, you're doing things to kind of lift heavier weights, right? But it's like less work. So there's less heavy lifting. I feel like I've been saying this to you where it's like I'm not saying your job is getting easier. I just think you're getting smarter at like the things that you're using. And clearly that is going to lead to a lot more abundance. And again, if you're attracting love here, Ten of Pentacles is the best love card in the deck. To me, it like really represents finding a person or being with a person who wants something permanent or, kind of wants something long-term here. So I feel like you could be attracting that into your life. I definitely feel an increase in your finances here. You have the Page of Swords. Again, either you're spying or someone's spying on you, but whatever. I would also say that the Page of Swords is like aiming towards the Hermit. And the Hermit represents like having learned something by climbing to the top of a mountain. The King of Swords represents knowledge and wisdom. He takes the things that he has learned and he puts them into action. So I feel like it's time for action for you is what this is saying. Like it's time for you to take action on some of your ideas or some things that you've been working on. With the Page of Swords, yes, you cannot make this up. Knight of Cups here, definitely a knight in shining armor. This is your person. If you have your eye on a person, this is your person. For some of you, it's like you don't believe it or something like that. Maybe you don't believe that this person would be attracted to you or whatever. Again, I keep getting that message that you need to like not put people on a pedestal. Maybe you've had a problem with that in the past, right? With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Pentacles, definitely an increase in your finances. And I feel like this increase is coming through like exercising some new knowledge or something that you've learned. It's like you're not just... I also get this feeling of like doing something that makes you more legitimate. It's like, I'm not saying that you're not legitimate, but I just feel you could be doing some things that make your business more legit. It's like maybe you've just been on YouTube, but maybe now you're like building a website, or it's like I just see you doing something to make it more real. You could be like getting an LLC or something like that. But it's like what I think this reading is saying is like what you don't realize is just the act of making something legitimate is going to make it more legitimate. So, I think it's definitely a good idea if you're thinking about doing anything like that, right? With the Eight of Cups, you have the Hermit again. I feel like you've learned a lot through kind of like these situations where you have given too much and not received anything in return, or you've learned a lot from these situations where you just made too many sacrifices. I feel for a lot of you, not just in love, but like in love and business, a big lesson for you, it looks like over the past like 7 years or so, has been like making sure, maybe you're afraid to, I don't know, I think this is true for spiritual people, right? It's like maybe you're afraid to ask for the things that you need in a relationship, and so you're like always giving, and then people end up taking advantage of that, right? And then you get nothing out of the relationship. But this goes for work and business and pretty much everything, right? So it's almost like you're making sure that you're not getting like walked all over. You have this mindful card. It says groupthink on it. This is the area of the good stuff. It's going to be good no matter what. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's like there's a lot of people that want to help you. This is like a really nice card as well. So I feel like it's like you're stepping up into this new group of people. And again, if you're, I was getting something about teamwork or working together with other people. If you're doing that, I feel like you're working with a group of people where it's like much more beneficial for you. You have the Queen of Wands, the Hangman, and the Five of Swords. Again, this is the good stuff. So the Five of Swords in the area of the good stuff could say that you're winning. It is a card of winning at all cost. But if you've been in some sort of battle, literally it is popping to my head that if you've been in like a legal battle or something, this could be you winning. I also feel that for a lot of you, this could be some sort of risk that you're taking that's going to pay off. So if you're taking any type of risk, like shooting your shot with a person, starting a business, whatever it is, I feel like this is like kind of like a victory for you. You have the Hangman here. It's like you've gained a lot of wisdom. There is like a certain element of wisdom here. He's gained enlightenment, but he's hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom. So it's like I feel like you've gained a lot of answers or inner answers in life. And it's like I feel like you feel better guided. And I mostly feel that because of the Queen of Wands. Again, I feel like this is your energy. It doesn't matter what gender you are. And she's got the sunflower here. Sunflower points towards the sun. So it's like you are being guided towards your happiness, joy, enlightenment, good things. I feel like you're being guided in a very good direction here in your life. So I'd keep moving towards your happiness with that Queen of Wands. Let's see. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yep, your fortunes are changing for sure. And again, if you're, again, I feel some of you literally, if it wants to focus here, you could be getting in a love relationship that does change your life. I mean, if we look at it this way here, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles to the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, this looks really, really good. And you have the Page of Cups here. So it's like there could be a person who comes in to your life who really changes your life, really makes it better, or, maybe you're just noticing that it's more balanced, whatever the case may be. I don't think people can do anything for us. So it's like, I say things like, oh, this person makes your life better, but it's like really the only person that can make your life better is you. But I do feel this is like a big improvement. With the Hangman, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, a card of expansion. Like I said, there's some sort of stretch here. I was getting the word stretch in that second row of the unexpected. I don't really feel like there's anything unexpected other than the only thing that I feel is unexpected is that if you have your eye on a person that you're putting on a pedestal, that you know that you're putting on a pedestal, I feel like this person is interested or would be interested. Maybe they don't even know who you are. But I kind of get that feeling where you could be spying on someone or something. Or maybe you just kind of like watch them from your cubicle, right, at work or whatever it is that you do. But, I feel like what's surprising is that this person would be interested. But I also feel like this stretch energy in your reading, but it's more talking about, kind of like expanding your horizons, learning new things, and these new things are going to cause you to expand in a good way, like your finances. With the Five of Swords, you have the Moon here. Definitely could be a Pisces for some of you. For others, I feel like this is a risk that's paying off because, again, Five of Swords can be a risk. The Moon can represent like stepping into the unknown, doing something that you've never done before, kind of going on this journey. And I feel that here for you where it's like you could be going on a journey and, it's going to lead to a lot of success. You have this Pineapple card. I'm pulling 5 main themes now. This card says reconciliation on it. I don't think there's like a reconciliation as in a person. I do feel that there could be some sort of settlement coming in for you. If you're waiting for like an insurance payout, a debt payout, or, like a legal payout, whatever that's called, settlement, something like that, I do feel that could be coming in for you. You have this camel. It says persevere and you will overcome. Yeah, I mean, I think this is true for everyone. We really have to, nothing is necessarily easy right now, but if we push and we make something happen, then I think we'll be more successful than ever. So don't be afraid to push here. You have this flag card that says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. Are you kidding? We were basically talking about this whole entire time. Again, if you're not getting something from a connection, again, I always tell people, it's like if you're in a relationship and you're not getting time, effort, attention, whatever it is you need, then it's time to leave. And, first off, I would say it's time to communicate, right? It's like, I don't think we should just leave a person. You're not going to leave a person and go find a person who's going to be that different. It's like, I think people, especially modern day relationships, it's crazy to me how people think they're going to leave something and go find something that's better. It never is better. It's usually the same, right? So I think it's better to communicate with the person that you're with if they're, and people always say to me, what if they're abusive? What if they beat me? I'm like, obviously leave, right? I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but if they're a good person for the most part and they're just not doing something, communicate. If they change, great, and that's even better. I think we should be finding a person where you can say something and they fix it, because then you got a good one, right? Then you have a person who's really willing to put the work in. But, again, if not, if you're settling, then it's time to leave. You have this wealth card. The whole entire reading is about like some sort of increase in your wealth or your finances. So love it. And you also have this bowl card that says plenty of material things. Yeah, I feel like your finances are definitely going in the right direction. Jupiter entering into Taurus this month, will be freaking amazing for you. It's your second house. And, plus, sometimes when it enters your second house, it's like you don't always, start earning more money right away. Usually it's when it leaves your second house. But what I would say is there's like a perfect storm with the setup right now of the astrology that you could really increase your wealth at this time. But this looks pretty good here, Aries. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.